The 2016 PlayStation experience is less than a month away, and I'm very excited. The Vita doesn't get any announcements at E3 anymore, but at least at PSX we've had some game announcements and games made available during the keynote. Before I get into my predictions, I think we need to keep our expectations in check, because although we've gotten Vita announcements for the last 2 years, there have only been a few bits of Vita related news. In 2014 we got announcements for Banner Saga, which we're still waiting on, Resident Evil Revelations 2, Super Time Force Ultra, Octodad and Towerfall. In 2015 Sony announced Hitman Go, and Bastion, Nuclear Throne and Bit Drip were all released on the day of the keynote. Hopefully that trend will continue and there will be a few new games announced and a few games released during the presentation. So what do I think will get announced? Lara Croft Go and Deus Ex Go are pretty likely. They've been out for a while on mobile and they've both had new level packs. Assuming Square is done with adding new levels to the mobile version, there's a good chance we'll get the complete versions on both Vita and cross-buy with PS4. Vita owners have been waiting for a few games already released on PS4, like Banner Saga, Salt and Sanctuary, and Shu. I think it's pretty likely Banner Saga will be out. The developer responded to a tweet I sent a few weeks ago and hinted as much. I'm hopeful for Salt and Sanctuary too. I'm such a big fan of the Souls games, I would buy that straight away. Shu is a good game, but I don't think it's big enough or hyped enough for the PSX keynote. Garou, Mark of the Wolves, Rainbow Sky, Valhalla, Papers, Please and Shakedown Hawaii were all announced a while ago. I'd love to see any of them given a hard release date or ideally available straight away. I don't think we'll see any PS Vita exclusive games, they're pretty rare as it is, but these cross-buy PS4 indie titles could all have imminent release dates. My dream announcements would be Square Enix announcing I Am Setsuna coming to Vita in the West. I would also like them to announce some new DLC for World of Final Fantasy and maybe another region for Dragon Quest Builders. Given that Dragon Quest Builders and World of Final Fantasy are both on PS4 too, Square Enix may be okay with spending money to develop additional content for them. I would also love for Vanillaware to announce DLC for Odin Sphere, or even a sequel to Odin Sphere or Dragon's Crown. Vita fans have been asking for years for a Patapon HD collection. It would be nice if Sony listened and released them. They could release them as cross-buy PS4 games, so there's more chance of sales. It's just such a shame that a series that was so good on PSP hasn't had any follow-ups or an HD re-release. So what do I think will not be announced? There won't be a PlayStation Vita 2 announcement. I really think that ship has sailed, and Sony won't want to release another handheld. I think the Switch makes it even less likely because any Vita 2 will be competing with a high-powered, for a portable, system by Nintendo. Sony doesn't seem bothered by the Vita, so I don't see that happening. I was so disappointed when Not a Hero and Hyperlight Drifter were cancelled for Vita. I wish that Sony would step in, like with Banner Saga, and help get them ported. But again, I don't think it'll happen. Realistically, the keynote will be focused on PSVR and PS4 Pro, which is fine. I'm looking forward to new PS4 games being announced. But those 5 minutes with Gio Corsi coming out on stage will be the point when I sit up and really pay attention. Thanks for watching and let me know what you think will be announced and what you wish Sony would announce. I'm going to be made redundant for my job in a few weeks, so I'm treating myself to a trip to LA to attend PSX. If you're going to be there, tweet at me and I'd love to meet up and have a World of Final Fantasy Coliseum battle with you.